Governor Susana Martinez has nicked some big proposals designed to chip away the power of the executive branch over horse racing regulations and critical water funding. Here's what we've learned. Martinez also rejected a measure that would have stripped her power to appoint public members of the Water Trust Board and assign that responsibility to the legislature. The Albuquerque School Board may finally be moving toward removing a disgraced and convicted politician's name off of a school library.
It's been more than a year since neighbors started calling for a name change at the Manny M. Aragon Library. It's at Lowell Elementary School in the southeast part of town. Former state senator Manny Aragon spent 4.5 years in federal prison for pocketing more than $600 grand during the construction of Albuquerque's Metro Courthouse. And last night, a school board committee voted 4-2 to remove Aragon's name from the library.
I think this was a tough decision with regard to balancing that right is right, and it was inappropriate for the senator's name to still be on that library, while recognizing he did a lot for the community and a lot for the state.
Board members Don Duran and Annalie Maestas voted against the name removal, saying there wasn't enough public input. Well, last night's vote is not final. It was just from a committee. In a week, the full school board is set to vote on removing Mr. Aragon's name. Well, the Santa Fe district attorney is ruling state police were justified in shooting a man who came out of an apartment shooting at them. Listen.
Watch out, Joey. Watch out. I got shot. I got shot. Give me an evidence.
Audio of a deadly confrontation last October was released yesterday. Sends chills up your spine. Police are looking for Rogelio Cisneros Chavez at an apartment complex in Española, saying he stole $6,000 from a relative. Investigators say he opened fire first, hitting Officer Joey Gallegos in the stomach. Officers fired back a number of times, killing Cisneros Chavez. Officer Gallegos is still recovering. Well, if you have a computer that needs fixing, now listen to this. A computer store in Roswell says crooks have come up with a new way to rip you off by infecting your computer, then calling you, claiming to be able to fix the problem. According to Roswell police, hackers call folks claiming to be from technical support, saying they've detected something unusual on their computer. Then they try to fix that. But one person we talked with says this really is a scheme to steal your money.
He's like, oh, no, we really have to do this. You have to fix this now or it's going to, you're going to have problems and blah, blah, blah. There were a few times when I had my doubts, but he really was very good.
A local electronics shop we talked with there told Norris someone hacked her computer and installed a virus. Same things happened to at least 8 other folks recently. Roswell police are now investigating. If this happened to you, please give them a call.
All right, a weird walk apparently is what tipped police off that 2 known burglars may be up to old tricks. On Monday, Española police spotted Robert Garcia and Andrew Trujillo in a neighborhood, and things got dicey when police stopped them.
And I hear him yell, "Watch it." So I turned to see what was going on. As I turn, I see Robert Garcia, one of the male subjects, begin to pull a shotgun out of his pants.
Police say Garcia had stuffed a 3.5-foot shotgun and 2 other guns in his pants. They were not loaded, but the cops didn't know that. The 2 ended up surrendering quickly and were arrested. Police say Trujillo also had a box with more than $10,000 worth of old silver coins and $2 bills. Police say the pair ripped off both the guns and money from a nearby home.
At 5:36, soon you and your family will be able to see a very special story born the ABQ Biopark.
Socorro doves are on the verge of extinction, but the zoo is helping prevent that with a rare breeding program. News 13's Samantha McDonald shows us it just had a big success.
When most people think of baby animals, they think of baby elephants or baby rhinos like Chopper behind me. But there are some baby animals at this zoo that may not be as flashy, but they are just as important.
These birds are a little feisty. They're brown and puffy with a lot of personality.
This was a hand-reared bird, so she's very friendly.
But there's more than meets the eye. Socorro doves are extinct in the wild. There are only 100 left in captivity, and a quarter of them live here at the zoo.
We got our first Socorro doves in 2008. We got involved in the conservation project at that time. We got 12 birds that came to us from zoos in England.
Since then, it's become the zoo's mission to save these birds. And just last week, they hatched another one. but haven't gotten an up-close look just yet.
Because it's such a rare species, we don't want to do anything that might disturb the birds on the nest.
And right now, white doves are in the nest with the Socorro dove because sometimes the Socorros abandon their eggs.
We're not real good at being bird parents. Birds do a much better job than we do.
Clearly, it takes a village to raise these baby birds. Samantha McDonald, KRQE News 13.
The plan is to one day return the doves to an island off the coast of Mexico where they originally came from. You'll be able to see the new Socorro dove when it joins the flock this summer. That's exciting.
It's very exciting. I looked around. There are only 3 other zoos in the whole country that have these Socorro doves.
Interesting. That's great. That's a treat for us then.
Yeah. And again, only 100 of them left in the whole world.
Yeah.